Okay, welcome. We've got, I'm just trying to see the time here. 21 seconds to go until the under-19 women's South Africa versus Canada game kicks off. I'd just like to introduce my two guest commentators here. Who have I got in the right-hand seat?
It's Bronco from Canada.
And how are you, Bronco? How are you enjoying Hobart?
It's awesome. It's a great little town. Really enjoying it here.
Awesome, mate. As the teams kick off on the strike and they both swim their little hearts out straight to the puck. Pretty even strike there with the buzzer going off straight away. So it looks like the chief ref has called a breaking on the strike infringement against the South African under-19 team, which is obviously not the way that you want to start. Now, the refs are having a little bit of a conference in the water there, and they've decided that it's going to be an equal puck for both teams. So there's obviously a little bit of confusion amongst the refs as well. So the equal puck will happen in the centre of the court, and you can see the players setting up now. And in the left-hand seat, I've got another guest commentator here, another Canadian. What's your name, mate?
My name's Luke Kruger.
Luke Kruger.
Yeah, Luke Kruger.
And tell us a bit about yourself, Luke.
Well, I've been playing hockey for about 13 years now, and this is my second Worlds playing for the Canadian U19 team.
So Luke Kruger, that's a familiar last name. You wouldn't happen to be the younger brother of Caleb Kruger, would you? AKA Snowflake.
That'd be 100% correct there. Caleb's my older brother, as long as my mother as well, Myrna, who plays they both play Masters and Men's.
Yes, I believe your family has got a long history of playing underwater hockey in Canada and all around the world.
That would be true. Yeah, we've been all sorts. Caleb and my mom just both came back from South Africa playing Worlds there, and here I am in Hobart.
That's awesome, Luke, and a particularly fond shout out to your family, and in particular Snowflake, who I've spent a little bit of time with in Hawaii and in Colombia playing underwater hockey over the years. And team spirit to you, Caleb, for all those great memories back in Colombia, mate, as the South African under-19 team really have a strong drive against the Canadian under-19 team in their deep attack, and they're really peppering the tray there as the buzzer goes off. A gloving has been called for by the refs for the Canadian team, which is a little bit of a reprieve for the Canadians at the moment, Luke.
Yeah, the Canadians could definitely use that break there. South Africa looked like they're pushing extremely hard, trying to get that goal in quite early.
And can you tell us a little bit about the under-19 Canadian women's team, mate?
Yeah, we got 3 girls out playing with me and the other boys out in Calgary. Megan Schoenberger, Maddie Schmidt, and as well as Alexis Snyder. All 3 of them born locally in Calgary.
Yeah, cool. And they've been obviously putting in a lot of hard effort to get themselves out here to Hobart.
It's been excellent having them out there trying to push the boys as well as the other girls to get better throughout these Worlds.
Yeah, nice one. And they're definitely working. They're definitely seeing the benefits of all that training they're putting in as the South Africans do a big drive onto the tray and unfortunately put the puck into the goal. Sorry, I won't call it a goal until all the referees have said that it is, but that is confirmed as a goal number 4 for South African under-19 women's team, Olivia Langston. So well done, Olivia, for a really nice drive out of the right-hand side attacking corner of the court there, right onto the middle of the tray, and really putting the Canadian defence under a lot of pressure, Luke.
Yeah, they came at them with quite a lot of speed, and they really wanted that goal, and they just chucked it in there.
Yeah, that's it. And as they kick off again for the next strike, I'll hand over to Bronco to hear a little bit more about what he thinks about Hobart.
Yeah, there's even though it's winter here, it's a lot milder than winter back home, which is quite nice. It's like all the hills you get to climb up here. Being from Calgary and close to the Rockies, we love mountains out there. So it's nice, almost feel like we're at home here.
It's almost a shame to call this winter. It's quite warm out here with a nice 2 degrees this morning. A little bit of frost, but nothing the Canadians can't handle. It looks like the South African girls are doing a hard push against the wall here after a swing. Looks like the Canadian girls did a nice job to rebound that though, but still South African keeps on coming.
Looks like the Canadian girls are playing with a lot of moxie, trying to keep the puck out of the net there.
Well, a ferocious win by the South Africans. They're almost getting in the tin, but the Canadians rebound off that. Looks like it does end up, though, and it is confirmed a goal. Bronco, what do you think the U19 Canadian girls need to bounce back? You know, to keep this in their hands.
I think they need to kind of slow down their pace and kind of collect themselves. They are fairly strong defensively, and they're I guess they may not be used to playing in the water compared to playing on the ice.
Well, you might be right there. Very quick strike off there by the South Africans. Again, straight immediately back to their right side wall, pushing it straight up. South Africa seems to love this wall game. Would you agree with that, Bronco?
Yeah, and looks like the Canadians are trying to contain them on that wall and trying to keep it out of their own corner there.
Seems that there's been a call for obstruction against the South African girls there. Quite a break for the Canadians, as the South Africans were breaking up that wall with a lot of speed. Let's see what they can get down here.
It's good to see the Canadians all down on the bottom of the pool, off the advantage puck there.
South Africa did a nice job containing that advantage puck back into the right wall where they seem so strong. Another call coming up here. Seems to be stick infringement against the South Africans. I don't think their coach likes to see that many calls against them so far, so early in the game.
It looks like the Canadians are having a push now. They're in the corner, South African corner there.
Another call against the South Africans. Their coach cannot be happy about this. Seems they might need to slow down, and they are calling a timeout to talk about this. So what have you noticed from both teams so far, Bronco?
Well, the South Africans have a strong push. They're cycling quite well. I noticed the Canadians, they're getting down there. They're trying to double team some of the players there and keep possession of the puck.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. South Africans are really going fast, and the Canadians are trying to do a nice job of cycling it away from them and giving it to their own players. A little too late. Here we have the list. As you might notice, the Canadians have a lot less players than the South Africans, not able to send a full team, unfortunately, to this Worlds.
Yeah, with fewer players there, it is a matter of fitness, and hopefully the Canadians can maintain their energy levels throughout this game.
Yeah, Canada definitely has to keep it up throughout the whole game if they want a chance in this. South Africa, with more subs, is going to have a lot more energy throughout the game the longer it goes. Oh, Canada with a nice push up the middle. And it looks like South Africa is going to clear that off to the opposite side wall. All the way back up. Can't be stopped so far, but there is a call. Seems to be a little bit of confusion as there is a ref's timeout. I wasn't able to see a call. Could go either way so far. So what do you think of this Worlds compared to the last Worlds, Bronco, in terms of location and the environment?
Both places were fantastic places to visit. It's always exciting to be at a Worlds, Luke, no matter where it is.
And you can always feel energy in here. I see lots of fans out there cheering for both squads out here today. And as we get the game back underway, Canada with the advantage in front of the net.
There's a quick, Canada's doing a push here.
Nice job.
Still have possession.
Very nice job of trying to cycle it back in, but South Africa in the end is able to pull it back out and drive. South Africa really loves to have their wall game. They seem to have a lot more strength on those walls, pushing it, as we do get a long swim right now from the South Africans. And another one. They just love that wall again. They pushed it up with a lot of force up there, a lot of moxie, as you would say. And Canadian girls couldn't do nothing but try to cycle it out. In the end, couldn't get it done.
So Luke, what's your favorite part about Hobart here?
I really love their environment. It's kind of a small town vibe. It's much like Spain, but has its own unique texture with the salad-making market being so nice and open. And it just feels a lot more free out here. Much like my hometown of Cochrane, Alberta. Very nice and free, a little bit small prairie town out there. Now it looks like the Canadians are going to take a timeout here in order to get their heads straight and hopefully bring this game back in. As you know, it's hard to come back from a 3-0 deficit.
Well, I don't know. I think the Canadians still have a shot here. It's still only the first half. There's still another half to play there, Luke. And, you never know. You never know what can happen in these games. A lucky break, mistake by the South Africans could easily get the girls a goal there, and you never know how that's going to turn out.
Yeah, anything can happen here in hockey, especially a lot of time left. There is a deficit, but goals come quick. It tends to happen, right? As we get set off the strike here. It's looking like Canada might get this. Nope. This kid in South Africa gave him a lot of speed there as well. A lot of fire in the middle there. Great back check by the Canadians to push it up there, but goes straight back to the South Africans. Canadians are doing a good job of containing them back into the South Africans' own corner, their own right side corner. Looks like there might be a push. I can't see. A lot of splashing, as you do tend to see in underwater hockey. A lot of splashing on top of there.
As someone once described it, it looks like a shark feeding frenzy.
God bless, I would agree with that statement. Looks like there is a call against the South Africans, another advantage against the South Africans.
This is a good opportunity for the Canadians to have a nice strong push and maybe put one in the tin.
Yeah, you really want to take advantage of these advantages in front of their own net. A lot of goals come off them, and the best way to get back into their game is a lot more goals than the other team. South Africans doing a great job of pushing it back against their own wall. Canadians aren't finding a lot of luck up in the middle there. Now it's interesting in these worlds, you might notice the wall is a little bit different than it tends to be in other tournaments. They decided to use a clear plastic lining with a noodle in between, and I quite like it more than other ones, because if you play in another tournament, you get whacked against that wall pretty hard. This one, not going to hurt you as much there. South Africa's backed into their own corner. Looking like they're trying to make a drive out. The Canadians are doing a really good job of just cycling back in there.
And the Canadian girls, because they come from across the country, it's very difficult for them to actually play together as a team often. We have players from Quebec and Ottawa out in the east, and then the three players from Calgary there out in the west, and it's quite a long ways across that big nation of ours, the Great White North, eh?
God bless the Great White North. Yeah, I tend to see lots of players, lots of teams, I would imagine, at Worlds. They most are playing the time together in the practice games before the actual games of today. South Africa making a great drive up the wall, it looks like. Canada's trying to hold on, trying to get that turned away, but South Africa going really hard with that push. South Africa continues to be very strong on that wall and dictating the play towards the Canadian end. All driving it from their own corner all the way into the Canadian corner. Now it'll be interesting to see how the Canadians respond to that long push. South Africa starting to spring to the left side. Not too much opposition. Seems like they're gonna pull this off. Pull back to the middle and back to the left side.
think the Canadians are doing a good job holding off the South Africans there. It's been quite a long time now that there hasn't been very many scoring opportunities by either side there.
And you have to imagine how tired they might be getting here. There hasn't been a call in quite a few minutes here, and long swims tend to tire players out.
Yeah, I think the key for the Canadians is to have quick subs here just to get some fresh legs in the water there.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. There is a call right now against the South Africans again. I don't believe there has been a call against the Canadians, so it seems pretty lean towards the Canadians call-wise.
I agree with you there, Luke. I don't believe there was a single call against the Canadians in the match so far.
Canada doing a great job trying to drive up the middle, but South Africa responding quick. Looks like there is another call. And against the South Africans, there's the first warning of the match. I'm actually surprised this is the first one. I thought there'd be one a little bit earlier. So
and it's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
So the South Africans are down a player. This may be Canada's chance to drive it to the net.
Canada really wants to take advantage of this penalty here. Seems to be another call. Refs timeout, a little bit of confusion, maybe two calls at once. You can really feel the energy in here, Bronco. There's lots of fans cheering both squads over here.
Yeah, the Canadian section there. You got the big Canadian flag.
See some Africans there with their South African flag. Really loving the environment out here in Hobart.
It's great to see all the parents and families and just fans of underwater hockey out and watching these great games.
Yeah, it's quite a trip for both nations to make it out all the way here, and kind of the bottom of the world out here in Hobart, as the mayor said last night in the opening ceremonies. Seems to be another call against the South Africans. The Canadians can be pretty happy. They have been pretty disciplined, not getting too many calls against them and getting a lot of calls against the South Africans. Last minute of play here. We'll see what can happen. South Africans taking a puck. Just went across. Nice pressure by the Canadians, but
there's
continues. Good hard push up the wall. Looking like they might drive it into the Canadian corner. About 30 seconds left. We'll see what they can do with this. Oh, a nice drive to the middle.
And that was a nice stop there by the Canadians. Canadians still maintaining the possession of the puck there, driving it into the other corner.
There's another call. You saw there the South African player tossed that right in the middle. Unfortunately, she didn't have another player to come over and continue that play and shove that into the tin. So like this is going to be halftime. And what do you think of both teams so far there, Bronco?
I think both teams are playing well. It's kind of tough to see the Canadians down, but they are playing well. They're trying their best, and that's all we can hope for.
I would imagine the Canadians, don't want to be down 3, but it's better than 7, as you would say, right? There's always worse, and they're glad to be getting a lot of calls against the South Africans, not a lot of calls against themselves.
Oh, and the Canadians did have some good pushes of their own up to the South African end there. And they had a few chances there with some of those advantage pucks close to the South African net there.
As I would imagine, these meetings are being far different for both teams. I guarantee the South Africans are talking about slowing down their play, focusing on going just at the puck, not the hands, not the gloves or anything like that, and kind of limiting those calls. And I would imagine Pierre, the Canadian coach, is trying to tell his girls to get a little more spunk in there, get a little fierce, and try to fight it up the wall a little bit more.
Yeah, now the Canadian girls, many of these girls have played together at the last Worlds, so they should be pretty comfortable playing with each other. And it's still early in the tournament for them. They're just getting their game legs
Yeah, they're kind of getting the wind under their wings today. As for all the teams, I'm yet to play, but I'm sure most of the teams kind of seeing where they fit in the standings, see how they play together, and how they actually connect against actual other world's players. It's not to see how fast these games compare to just normal tournaments. It's much faster than anything else in the world. It's a little bit unreal to think of.
Yeah, the level of play here is quite high.
And now I've been told to talk about the sponsors in this halftime meeting, so now we're going to list about them. So we got the Tasmanian State Government doing a great job of supporting the stream out here. Really great effort put out here. A lot of volunteers, a lot of stuff. Again, we have to thank the City of Hobart. They put a lot forward. The mayor had a beautiful speech last night at the opening ceremonies. Quite funny and wasn't too long. There was a little bit of a long one in Spain, but they seemed to do it great out here.
And for any players out there who are looking to pick up some more additional gear, Amar at 6AA has some great stuff up in the stall section. They have some new sticks and gloves and some other gear.
And 5 seconds to the second half strike. See what the Canadians can do. Hopefully they can get a couple back, and should the South Africans want to put this game to bed.
And that's a strong push there by the South Africans back up onto the wall.
A lot of fierceness coming out. South Africans definitely want to put this game to sleep. They want to get the heck out of here. They want to get this done nice and clean. South Africans have a very strong push in that corner, trying to either push it up the wall or get a swing through the middle there. Canadian girls doing a nice job of cycling back in there, but looks like the South Africans got a very strong push. Very good defense.
And that was great effort keeping that puck out of the tin.
South Africans doing a nice job of cycling back in, not letting up any pressure while giving a little bit of ground.
Well, the Canadians there did a great job of keeping that puck out of the net, and they're still at it, keeping it in the corner there.
A great job by both teams here, keeping up the intensity, keeping up good hockey play there, and unfortunately we have a call to stop it.
And yet another call against the South Africans. I believe this is the first call against the Canadians this entire game.
Now South Africans are going to be looking to capitalize on this advantage. If you're not used to hockey, advantage in front of the net's a very good chance to get a goal compared to any other points in the game. Flick. And it looks like it is in the 10 from my view. Wait for refs to confirm. And it is a good goal by South Africa. I'm not able to see what number it is.
It was a good effort by the Canadians to try to keep that puck out of that tin.
Number 1. I'm going to put Wetzel. Wetzel, there we go. Fortunately, another blow against the Canadians to up here. Let's see if they can bounce back. South Africa fans must be pretty happy about that, though. And won that strike. Tried to push it up the middle. South Africa strikes back fast and brings it to their own right wall. A lot of speed showed by the South Africans there, eh? A lot of speed.
Yep. The Canadians are having a tough time keeping up to them.
Definitely a fast team and definitely a hard team to play against. South Africans tend to always bring a good team to any worlds they show up to, even the elite worlds and the masters. So Canada's trying to push it up here. South Africa continuing to push against the wall. Fortunately, one aspect of hockey is the faraway shots are kind of hard to see, but you can tell by the splashes where the play's going. South Africa seems to be pushing towards the Canadian net here. I believe it is in the Canadians' left corner. And there's a call. against the Canadians. The second call of the game against the Canadians. Actually, a penalty looks like. I saw the signal. Yes, that would be a penalty there, a 1-minute penalty.
I believe that's Maddie Steves that has the 1 minute.
That is the Canadian captain, unfortunately, getting the penalty against herself. Looks like another stoppage against the deck ref is signaling against the Canadians, and it looks like it could be against the Canadians. I missed the call though. Nonetheless, another advantage puck for the South Africans. Nice hard flick through the middle. Drive. Canadians do a very good job of pushing it back out. South Africans come back hard and looks to be in the 10. Confirmation. And it's a good goal for South Africa.
The Canadians need to settle down a bit and get their heads in the game and not get too down on themselves. They were doing a great job of holding them to 3-0 in the in the second half of the first half.
Yeah, Canadians definitely, they look kind of rattled right now. They're letting South Africans gain the middle of the pool, something they weren't letting them do the whole first half. They're forcing South Africa to the right wall. It seems like either it's fatigue or just a little bit of scatterness on the Canadian side. South Africa doing a great job though of capitalizing that availability inside the middle of the pool, getting their passes off and continuing to attack. We fight against the left wall there, far wall from us in the commentator's booth. Hard push. What do you think of this setup here, Bronco? The viewing, I think it's amazing personally. Last Worlds they had set up for you had to pay for small price. Now they made it totally free, which I think is awesome and amazing for the sport and getting people like us, just little regular Joes, and commentating in there.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful that it's so easily accessible, and hopefully it helps promote the sport around the world and get more teams involved in these World Championships.
Yeah, hopefully it gets a couple more people getting some eyes on the sport. It's not a very well-known sport, especially we were walking around Australia. Some people were asking about it with our codes, but we're definitely trying to get more people into it. Looks like the South Africans.
Another push by the South Africans, and it was a good job keeping it out of the tin, but the second effort there by the South Africans resulted in another goal.
Another good goal. Another hard push through the middle, I might add. They're really pushing that middle. Canada's going to do a better job of trying to push him out away. Christine Smith, number 12, the goal there for South Africa. I'm sure she's pretty happy about that, and their folks back home would probably be pretty proud of her. About 8 minutes left in this game. Canada down 6 goals. See if they try to spark something up, but good strike. South Africa wins it, taking it to the left, curling it back into the middle, back to the right side.
It's good to see all the Canadian girls down at the bottom of the pool there. They are looking a bit tired getting to the puck there, but they're still putting in the effort and not giving up.
Yeah, Canada definitely has a little bit of latency to their dives here. A couple quick seconds here or there. It's not going to cost them too much, but here it costs them a goal, unfortunately. It's another goal by the South Africans. Looks to be confirmed. And it will be 7-0 for South Africa. Now, I've been in a couple of these games. They're down a lot of goals. My team got pretty beat up by New Zealand. I believe it was 15 or 16-0 last Worlds, and I can obviously say it's kind of hard to play in these games, but the girls really got to keep their mind in it. They really got to be playing, and can't imagine. I've never been on the 7-0 side, but I imagine the South Africans are doing pretty happy about this score so far.
And it looks like Coach Pierre is calling a timeout here, try to refocus his girls and try to keep. I believe he's telling them to kind of slow the pace down a bit and try to keep this at a 7-0 game.
Yeah, emotions tend to run high when you're getting a lot of goals scored against you. They really just got to focus in, go go back to their game plan. They're doing such an amazing job the first half, keeping them only 3 goals. They've let in 4 now, and they seem to be a little bit scattered. They just got to take it easy, as you're seeing with the hand motions. He's really good at those hand motions. French, they love their hands. And we're going to get this game back started here. See what the South Africans do here. Going fast off the strike. They want to take it right to the opposite wall. Now, quick thing to notice about the right wall is you can actually kick off those walls with a lot more speed than the left side. It's a lot harder to get over top of someone on the right wall. A lot less splashing than the first half, as I might note. Definitely a hard push by the South Africans, slowly inching it up against the wall, and the Canadians are with a good push back.
Well, I think that little talk by Pierre there has tried to settle down the girls a bit more. They've been doing a good job so far right now since that timeout to contain the play.
Unfortunately, they do get a call against themselves at stick infringement. For those of you at home who don't know what stick infringement is, using your playing stick either on an opponent's arm, glove, or doing something you shouldn't with it, trying to illegally advance the puck. Looks like the South Africans will capitalize on that advanced puck. Oh,
no, it's a no goal.
No goal gloving, I believe, or is it stick infringement? One of the two. It's going against the South Africans, and that's a good break for the Canadians, and an unfortunate one for the South Africans. Timeout now by the South Africans.
This will give Pierre another chance to talk to his girls and keep them focused at the task at hand.
As well as South Africa, you wonder what's going through their heads right now. They're probably pretty happy, but guarantee their coach is telling them, tone it down a bit. Let's stick to our game plan. You can score goals, but let's keep it strong. Let's not let up at all. I would imagine the coach is pretty happy about the outcome of the game so far. About 15 seconds to get back. This will be a good play call by the South Africans. And let's get started. Canadian advantage. Taken by their own 3. Going to the right side. South Africans read that play beautifully, putting a lot of pressure, bouncing that play back in. Not the kind of advantage puck the Canadians want. Typically for advantage puck, you want to gain a lot more ground than they got there. Now, an important thing to notice, folks, is on the right side of the court here is that the sub boxes are there. Now, sub boxing in underwater hockey, you have to actually come back into the sub box. If it's on the far side of the court, you're going to be unable to get those subs in. So it seems to be South Africa's strategy, it looks like to me, to bring it to the far side and not allow those Canadians, with the few amount of subs they have, to get them in there. Now the South Africans driving hard against this right wall. Canadians have a nice push.
Canadians are in there.
They're doing a nice push. South Africa, though, bouncing back really quickly against their left side, coming up the court. Almost going into the corner here. Great push by Maine Schoenberger, a local player out from Calgary. You can tell her who she is by her bright yellow fins, quite a normie in hockey. And that's a good push by her. Schoenberger is really big in Canadian hockey. They actually have 3 players at this Worlds on 3 different teams, quite amazingly.
That's right. We have Amay Schoenberger on the U19 women's team, and her sister Emmanuelle on the U23 women's team, who played at the last Worlds on the U19 team with her sister. And on your team there, Luke, we have Nathaniel Schoenberger.
Yeah, and that's a great friend of mine, my assistant captain to my captaincy there, and he's put a lot of work, and he definitely gets the team motivated. And now, we are a couple good-looking commentators over here in the booth. They don't have a good camera on us out here, but if I could explain it, Bronco, right beside me on my right, has an amazing-looking Don Cherry-esque jacket that he's been wearing around Worlds, and I mean, a lot of hit on by the ladies. He's got a wife, ladies and gentlemen. Can't hit on him, but he loves the compliments. What do you have to say about that jacket there, Bronco?
Well, I just figured if I was going to do some commentary, I needed to channel Don Cherry. I don't think I'm doing that great of a job, but it still helps.
You're getting close there. He's got a little bit more bark than you do. Looks to be not a goal by the South Africans. Actually, advantage called against them. I did not see the call as I was listening to Broncos' Don Cherry-esque rant. But it will be an advantage for the Canadians here. Inside 3 minutes, we'll see what the Canadians can get done. South Africa looking to close out this game. Looks like they want to put it to sleep even more.
And the Canadians have really done well after their time out there to keep the South Africans at bay. I know they got the 4 goals early on in the second half there, but the Canadians have been doing a good job of containing them now. Yeah, and I think the girls should be proud of that.
Yeah, and I don't believe they've let in a goal since that timeout. I might be wrong. I've been paying attention, but I'm not too good at the numbers. I am a -2 for a reason there, Bronco. South Africa looking to do a good job pushing up the right side into the Canadian corner, and doing a nice job pushing it in. Looks like it might be a goal. We'll see to be confirmed by the refs, and it is a goal for the South Africans. That is 8-0 with 2 minutes left in this game. The Canadians knew this would be a tough game coming into it. I believe they had a good mindset. They were really excited to come play. What do you think that they're thinking of right now, though?
Well, I think it's going to be a bit tough on them to get back into the game or into that positive mindset. But hopefully they can get there for the next game and kind of brush this game off. As you know, they will be playing the South Africans a second time in the double round robin that they're doing. So they may get a chance to vindicate themselves.
Yeah, a lot of games the girls are going to be playing these next couple of weeks, this next week actually. The males are only playing a round robin. The girls, though, unfortunately get a double round robin. So that means they have 3 triple game days, which are extremely hard. I hate just playing 1 game a day. Oh, I could not imagine 3 there, Bronco.
And it looks like the Canadians are getting a bit of a push here. They've got it in the South African corner.
South Africa continue doing a nice job of what they've been doing all game and pushing it up their own wall. Canada trying to slow down this rush. Looks like they got a curl back, but South Africans continue their relentless pursuit. Inside the minute here, we'll see what the Canadians do. I would believe they're trying to hold on, not allow any more goals. South Africans definitely look hungry, though. A large Canadian group just popped up, then the South Africans keep going down. They always seem to have 3 people on the bottom.
Yeah, and the Canadians are looking tired, and I can't imagine how tired number 10, Maddie Schmidt, is. She's Iron Manning it this whole game, I believe.
If you don't know what Iron Manning is, folks, that means you don't get a sub the whole game, so you're playing all 30 minutes of it, and it is quite tiring. I am not as good shape as I wish to be, and I get tired with 2 subs on my own team. Cannot imagine playing with no subs. 5 seconds in here. Looks like it is going to be a South African victory, 8-0 over the Canadians. Very good play by both the teams. A very exciting game. Didn't go the Canadians' way. Definitely went the South Africans' way, though.
Yeah, well, the Canadian girls did do a good job of trying to contain the South Africans, especially in the latter part of the first half there.
So now I believe it's time for the post-game interviews. Coming up in just a minute. Players got to shake hands, as is customary to every hockey game played around the world. Nice way to kind of say, I'm sorry I punched you in the face, but here's a handshake to forgive myself.
what's your name?
Madison Schmidt.
And Madison, that was, it looked like it was tougher than the 8-0 scoreline. How did it feel in the water?
It was good considering we only have 8.
So how's it been playing with only 8 players so far this early in the tournament? Are you feeling it yet?
It's definitely tough, but we're all there to support each other and we all love each other, so it's good to be there.
That's beautiful. Do you have any messages for anyone back home?
Not really. No.
Think there's anyone watching?
Possibly my parents, but they might be somewhere else, so who knows. Time change.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
Hello, how you going?
Hello, how are you?
What's your name?
Kristen.
And Kristen, how was that? How did it feel in the water, that game?
I think it went really well for us. We're grateful to have won, and yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, 8-0's a fairly big scoreline in underwater hockey. Did it feel easy for you, or?
Not at all. Canada put up a really good fight, and yeah, I think they had us worried, especially in the beginning.
Yeah, great. Any messages for anyone back home?
Hi, Mom. I know you'll watch this eventually. She's probably asleep now, but yes. Hello, miss you.
And how are you enjoying Hobart?
It's great. I love it. I love that the sun's out in winter. It's amazing.
Is it your first time?
It is my first time in Australia.
Well, enjoy the rest of your trip and good luck for the tournament.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Hobart Sports Centre for the